Shit about to make me spit a hard 16.
Wait, for real?
Go ahead.
Spit one.
That's not our music, dude. What the fuck, dude?
Hey, shout out to the homie Colt, by the way.
Damn.
That's always a solid one. I love that song.
So yeah, we want to talk about first of all, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
New Year's is coming up in like 3 days.
It is
4 days.
Yeah. Saturday, what?
3 days.
Saturday, New Year's Eve. Yeah. So
4 days.
Yeah.
4 days.
before you even
Oh, what?
like just in general, we kind of want to know for any of the viewers out there if y'all have had this same thought, or maybe what are y'all thoughts on the topic today. But what we're going into is like what does do y'all feel like high school can be harmful for kids? Does it help them, you know what I'm saying? Or does it not?
As in, what kind of way?
I'm talking more like the social,
Social?
I'm talking more of like, I guess, the social environment, much rather than the, go ahead.
I think, yeah, because a lot of people want to be popular.
Yeah, what?
Yes, it could be harmful.
Okay.
Because a lot of people want to be popular. A lot of people want attention.
They just do it
A
because
lot
they
of
think
people
it's...
want a lot of friends, but what they fail to realize is that after high school, how many people stick around?
Yeah, that's very
Probably
true.
none.
I mean, shit,
That
dude,
is
we've
true.
known him since elementary, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
But the way I was in high school,
It weeds the real ones out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the way I've been in high school is I didn't give a shit to have one friend, right? Because I learned at that age that you can't trust nobody. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: how did you feel knowing you had all the friends and knowing I didn't have friends like that purposely because I didn't want to have friends like that?
Was it? I just thought you were a loser. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't have...
Did you ever look at me like, damn, dude, you're like, you don't trust anybody? Or did you look at me like...
Well, because we did have the same friends, essentially.
Same friend, yes, but, I mean, I just didn't care to talk to nobody. I didn't
I could see that. I just felt like the people that I talked to, though, don't get me wrong, they're more acquaintances than they were friends. You know what I mean? Like, I consider a friend someone that I can trust, and like you said in the fucking last episode or the last interview we had with Colt, like it was those fucking friends that you could like cheat off of. You know what I mean? I'm sure people will be like,
Just for the viewers that are listening, you're talking to one of the two people that helped this man graduate high school. Just FYI.
Who's the other person? Who's the other person?
Shout out to that boy Michael Raymundo.
Oh yeah.
Shit, dude.
"Them using his government, dude."
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't help me graduate high school. He probably helped me for.
He works at Discount Tire over here in LaPorte off of Spencer.
Do you really know?
No.
He helped prevented me probably from fucking doing extra hours in the class is what it was.
You did?
But he still did come through. He still did come through. I won't
What
lie.
class do I have? This year?
Yeah, Miss Year, a.k.a. 7th period. Shout out to Miss Year.
Have you ever seen this, Miss Year? That man TZ Foreman had a big crush on you.
Did.
Hey, why? Everybody thought Miss Shit was fine. Miss Shit was...
Oh my God, bro. She was fine.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, leave it appropriate. But
So, yeah. So, how did you, like
I said,
did you ever notice it?
yeah, I did. I noticed that you were always to yourself, or like whoever the person that you were with, like you were just really about them, or just really to yourself, or like with our other friend Michael that we have. It was just kind of just y'all the whole time, you know. Like he wasn't really around anyone else, or like care to talk to anyone else. And if I was around someone or whatever,
Where's Michael at now?
and they talked to
Which Michael?
Andrews.
Y'all went to high school with him too?
yes, I've known Michael since 6th grade.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying, where's he at now?
Oh my God, he's working, dude. That man got an actual family.
He's got a family.
Even before. Okay, anyway.
Hey,
Trying to hate him now.
Why ain't he taking care of me? Anyway, fucking whatchamacallit. I don't know. I just think that I didn't really care about that stuff either. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna say it was cool, but I was just a friendly person. I was just the type of person that everyone can always kind of like, oh, like that's Johnny.
Did people ever like
he's cool?
Express to you like things they probably wouldn't express to anybody else? Like just like come to you if they felt like they had a problem. Did you end up being that person at times with some people? Yeah,
funny enough that you say that, dude. Like, do you remember the other night? You know, when we had our like that little journey that we had. That little journey that we had went on, you know, where we kind of like expressing our feelings and whatnot. Do you remember when you told me like, does it ever become too much? Do you remember that?
Wait, what comes?
Oh, like does it become too much to be that person that just cares? A lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. It does, and I remember saying it doesn't, but to an extent, like now I'm not hearing as much of it. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I'm older and after high school, there's not a lot of people around no more. It's not even because like, oh, we don't fuck with you no more. It's just because like it's fucking life.
Goes on.
It's a life bro. On. Like
people have kids, people have jobs.
I was talking about a cap because I got a cap. I got a cap for care because I can't go around carrying
a cap
about
a cap.
Yeah.
No, I know. I just didn't know if he didn't hear it or maybe they couldn't understand it. But cap,
a max level of care.
Yeah, and I just can't go around feeling sympathetic and caring for other people's causes or problems, and I have to limit that.
Yeah.
And I have to limit that because I have actual people I care about.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I can't let some stranger's sympathy, you know,
cloud your judgment.
Take away from what I have to give. Yeah. I have to reserve that for the people
you actually care for.
Yeah, so, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I can't sit here and be somebody who wants to, like, talk to me and do, you know, it's like, I mean, you only get that if you're in that circle.
Exactly.
That's what I was asking him. It's like, dude, don't let it.
So where's my love at?
Don't it ever become too much? Like, you know, you know, like fuck, dude, I couldn't do that. It seemed like he always seemed to be
that person.
That person,
not really that person, but you did seem like you always had a lot of attention around you in high school.
No, he for sure did.
He did, yeah.
They all say that, but I don't really I never seen it like that. I really didn't. I just seen it as me being like, I don't want to say cool person.
This is from an outside perspective because even though we grew up and we've known each other since 3rd, 4th grade, we were just like not as tight as we are now. Mm-hmm. I was more tight with Matt than you and your other siblings. That's just because me and Matt, we always talked. I mean, we always sat right next to each other. But from an outside perspective, it seemed like you were hanging around with like the kids that were tried so hard to be popular.
Thank you.
They tried to, let's throw the best parties. Let's do this, you know. I mean, you didn't seem like
right now, dude. But
you didn't seem like that type of guy.
I'm grown now, dude.
I mean,
it wasn't high school. Me would have done it, but
you definitely were a popular individual. But you didn't try. You didn't go out of your way.
You didn't try to be nobody. You were who you were.
Yeah, you were just being you. You were just.
Thank you. I needed that in there because all these motherfuckers that heard that were like, "Hold the fuck up!" What?
Right. No, but you definitely hung around with.
I wouldn't say I hung around them.
I hung around a lot of people.
I was acquaintances with those people. I think that you're referring to. And I happen to like, you know, if we're there around each other, I was chomping it. Oh, what's going on? Oh, that's crazy.
No,
like,
I'm talking about the people that like you. I mean, because especially like let's just say 7th period, right? 12th grade. Like the people that you like, the people sat in the back with you. Y'all would always talk about like, I would hear y'all talking about y'all like actually hanging out. So I mean, I feel like I can't say how you feel, but like I feel like if you hang out outside of high school more than once, you're more than just acquaintance.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I'm just talking about those people. I'm not talking about like the other ones, but you definitely weren't. You didn't try too hard to. You didn't go the extra mile to be cool. You didn't go the. You didn't do this. You was just you. Also, from my perspective, I felt like you were a mysterious one. You were like
he was quiet.
He was quiet. I mean, maybe not to
me.
Mysterious boy. But from an outside, he wasn't quiet to me because we always talked. Yeah. I mean, if we weren't talking about music, we were talking about just whatever in life.
Y'all were talking about K Reno and Busy Bone and Vinny Paz and stuff.
You know what it was? You know what it was? A lot of people, because I kept to myself, because I was like, I just didn't fuck with nobody.
Right.
A lot of people, just like I wouldn't. I don't know. I would see them after so many like weeks, and they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't even know you still went to this school, man. What the hell?" Like that's how low key I was.
It seemed, from my perspective, it's not like the.
I was so low key that my first period in high school, she would always count me absent.
I think I remember you telling me that.
God damn.
So
You were that low key?
Yeah.
Damn.
So nobody knew who I was.
That's pretty low key.
So when they called my name, nobody knew who I was.
Who's that guy in the jacket?
And I wouldn't say anything, and they would mark me absent every first period.
They're like, wait, who's that? Who's that kid in the
It's in the
trench-
dark shade.
Who's that kid in the trench coat?
That's low key. That's low key.
That's cool. That's cool. But
yeah, from my perspective, you were like saying like this was a movie. You were like the character like all the cool people would want to hang out with, but you're like, nah, man, I don't fuck with you. Like you were that kind of guy.
For real.
But because I would see like I've seen it, experienced it where like we would be hanging out in class, and then like I don't know the kid that tried to be popular. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was looking at Matt.
No, I wanted to answer. I wanted to
wait.
tell
Let him
us-
finish. Let him finish.
No, go
I was
ahead.
gonna
I
let
just
him
didn't see
finish.
you. I just didn't see you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say was I think you got it right on point, but the thing was Matt. That's how Matt was. If they come up to because they came up to me and be like, "What's up, Johnny?" or whatever, yada yada. I'll be like, "What's up? Like, what you doing?" Yada yada. I'd have a conversation, being civil.
Right.
Matt at that point, him being
If he didn't fuck with you, he didn't fuck with you.
he didn't fuck with you. So if they come up to Matt, he'd be like, "What's up?"
And
and just kind of turn it and walk away. That's exactly how it was.
He's like, y'all don't know what real life is.
Yeah, no. Because I had people.
He hit you with that real lies, real lies, real lies.
You know what he's talking about?
Go on and play with your make believe things.
You know what he's talking about?
No.
Real eyes, real lies, real lies.
Oh, okay.
So no, yeah. I mean,
That's a hard bar.
Did you say that in high school?
no, God no. Dude.
I imagine they're like, "What's up, Matt?" He's like, "Real lies, real lies, real lies." And they're like,
just like-
"Okay, Matt."
Yeah, that's cool. And just keep it walking. They're like, dude, your brother's a dick.
I was like, "I'm still gonna ask what time it was."
They're like, bro, it's 8 in the morning. Like, bro, this man was on that shit as soon as he woke up. He's talking about, man, who I got a fucking mean mug today, bro. Just because they looking at me sideways, bro, but they're looking at a person past Matt, dog. And Matt's like, you see that motherfucker right there?
That's literally how it was.
I'm like, who? He's like, that motherfucker right there, you looking at me. I'm like, he had to walk past you to shake someone's hand, dude. Like, nah, dude, they're probably talking about me right now.
I looked at it like all the people who thought they were cool.
You saw through the bullshit
I
from an
saw
early
through
age.
the bullshit, bro. I was like, bro, y'all motherfuckers are just like, wait till high school's over, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Wait till it's over.
they didn't know what real life was yet.
Yeah.
Right.
So when now that it's over, dude, where are y'all's friends at?
I feel like I always seen that too, but I never like. I didn't give a fuck to go that route about it. I was just like, what's up? You know, like it is
It's like I'm here too.
Also,
Yeah. I just didn't care to have. I just didn't care to be popular. I didn't care to be that person that everybody was like,
I don't think I was popular.
You were popular.
I was
You
not popular.
were?
I don't even have to go to school with you to know that you weren't popular. You were a popular guy, dude.
I was
He's
probably.
like, hey, bro, we heard you all the way in Shore Acres, cuz.
you were, but you weren't.
Yeah.
You hung out with. I guess a lot of people knew you.
Because I
A
was
lot
just,
of the people who.
I was just friendly.
Popular
I
kid.
talked to everyone. You know, I was
Nah,
fucking
you-
cool.
never mind.
That's
Did
why
you
when
talk to the Cutters?
I don't know who that is. Yeah, even some of those people. I told you about the kid who said you can grow your muscles, and he just started.
Did you hear this
Like,
story?
dude, I had friends with everyone, bro.
Mikey, should you say the story over again?
I think I
Tell
said.
it for the pod. Have you said it?
I mean, you
Did
don't
I
really
say
have
it
to
on the
go into
pod?
it, but just say what the guy told you.
Okay, there was this guy, right? This like he sat in the back of the classroom type of guy. That's cool with me. I love sitting in the back of classrooms, you know. Even though everyone sees me as being this person who's like comfortable talking and shit like that, like I was always one to be like, I want to sit in the back.
Well, all the popular kids sit in the back of the bus.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, sitting in the but shit,
But
dude.
I sat back
Things
there to
got
keep
flip
my
flop,
eye
bro.
on
Things got flip flop since you were in high school, bro. But it was cool to sit at the front of the classroom. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but it was always cool to sit at
Hey,
the
but
front.
why did I never see you sit in the front?
'Cause I didn't like sitting at the front.
Yeah, but listen to this.
I like seeing my friend in the back, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna chill in the back with him." But anyway, there's this kid I sat with in the back of the classroom. He told me, he was like, "Hey, hey man, you know how to get big muscles without working out?" And I'm like, "No, like how?" He goes, just takes off his jacket and he just starts like.
It's the arm, his arm, but his arms was like the size of the Rock's arm, just swole as fuck.
He goes like this, and he pulls up his sleeve, and he goes. He starts beating the shit out of his arm, dude. And he's like,
What grade was this in?
This was in 8th grade, and he's like, feel that. And it was like, it was hard too, but I think his muscle was like spasming out or something.
It was all night. His arm was like, "Hey, you got to do something, man, just to get it up."
And shit, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and it got up and then moved to the other side. I said, "Bro, if I keep fucking running, he's gonna hurt me, dude."
He's like, hey, you're just gonna be doing your work. He's just start teeing off in your arm. I'm making you stronger. I'm making you stronger.
Yeah, no shit. But at the end of the day,
Can you imagine that? Everybody taking a test, you just hear that? Dude, that's arguing here in the back.
they're like, "What is he doing?" He's like, "I'm working out." But he was cool. But it was just a weird fucking. It was a weird thing. But I talked to everyone. I genuinely.
No, you
talked to
did.
everyone.
You did talk to everyone.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I was saying, I think
Yes,
it does matter, especially if you never had like that's why I'm grateful that we've had our dad in our lives and just people around us in general to kind of help us like weed out the bullshit when it comes to people. Because, bro, if I was a weak-minded fucking person, high school would have made me into a completely different person.
How so?
Like if I was hanging around people that were doing drugs, like. I don't get me wrong, I've done drugs in my life, but it's never changed the person that I am. You know what I mean? It's never made me this person that I'm not. Mm-hmm. Like when I did them to fucking enjoy them. I didn't do them to fucking.
You didn't do them to destroy your life.
Yeah, and to be cool and to like.
Or you absolutely needed that, or you were gonna, I'm
gonna drink and drive, or I'm gonna do some stupid shit because I'm cool. That's not why I did it. That's why most people in high school did
drinking and driving is cool.
Yeah. No, God no. But do you know how like people? Bro, you remember when they had
I can't believe you just said that.
I hope he's joking. He's got to be joking. No, he definitely knows. He knows firsthand, dog. Drinking and driving is not cool.
I'm telling you.
If anybody can say it's not cool, it's his hand.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a long journey for you.
You want to talk about journeys?
But like it would have made me a weak person, dude. You know what I'm saying? But
I understand that.
it's because I had my pops in my life. I'm not gonna lie, or just that figure in general, just to see like he always like
to keep you in check
to keep me in check. But he always threw like growing up, dude. And this is like when my pops like. When he's not here no more, bro, I'm always gonna remember the good shit that he told me and the little gems like he just dropped growing up. You know what I'm saying? About like just how to read people and how to this is cool and this is not cool. Like what's cool is a motherfucker that takes care of business. You know what I mean?
That's a cool motherfucker.
That's cool.
Yeah, responsibilities are awesome.
They're not, but
Nah, it's good because it's good to go do a 8, 12 hour, 16-hour day, come home and then have that beer.
Oh,
and you don't do anything to like have an accomplishment
that's
throughout the day, have a productive day.
Yeah.
And you just want to fucking drink all day?
But at the end of the day,
that's not cool.
Yeah.
It is like a good feeling of like.
Yeah, that's why people do it because they go home and and my bills are paid. I can
Right.
Let me spark up this joint.
Let me drop this ass.
But I think a lot of people in high school they want to be cool and because they I've seen kids too like the weird people like they would call like weird kids.
My mom bought me some Air Forces today, dude. So I'm the coolest kid in school.
Yeah,
that's the mentality.
There you go. Yeah,
that's the mentality.
So it's like I've seen people literally switch to try to be the cool person. It's just so weird.
I fell into that.
Have you seen
that?
What? You ever seen that in high school?
Homeboy said he fell into it.
I fell into it.
Back up, Matt. You might get some of that shit on you.
Nah, wash it off. I swear. Fresh 8th grade through maybe sophomore year. I fell into.
Yo, high school got a grip on you like that, bro?
No, I had a grip on me like that. Damn. It was like I tried too hard to be the cool kid. I felt like as popularity wise, I don't know if I was the popular guy, but I was the kid that everybody knew, kind of like you. I was like the kid that everybody knew. Mm-hmm. Either it was from the people that played sports or the people that read comic books and did their own kind of thing, you know. But I fell into, you know, I was always worried about getting them, you know, the best shoes, the shoe games. Because in our school, we had the shoe games.
Teach that shoe game. Yeah, I don't think that was a high school taking you thing. I thought that was a thing that you genuinely liked at the time.
No, I mean, I genuinely liked, but it distracted me from what probably I really should have been focusing on. Because I was focusing too much on wanting to be liked.
He said, bro, I put my mama in debt going for them shoes.
Oh, no, they put my ass to work for it. They put my ass to work. But it was always like, you know, like, I gotta have the fresh clothes. I gotta have the fresh sneaks, you know.
Yeah,
and this and that. And then, you know, it took me to get humble to like realize like, oh damn. And then it's like, oh, after like then junior, senior year, I was like, that's when I stopped giving a fuck. Like, oh, how cool I am. I just started being like more authentic of myself, more not trying to be something that I'm not. I mean, like I do like sneakers. I do like this, but you know, like. I'm not that type of guy where I'm like, oh, you know. And so I try to be more myself and stuff. Started wearing basketball shorts, pajamas in school, or just whatever I like truly wanted to wear.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Right.
Dude. Like, I don't care no more.
No, literally. And I mean, it did take me to get humbled by a girl. Because at that time, it was like, that's what you're, you know, popular girl.
How did that humble you?
Oh, shit. I mean.
You know, long story short, it's just, you know, it's up
to you if you want to tell that story.
Well, I mean, I already told it before. But.
No, yeah, but it's never been put out.
Fuck. All right. It's a long story, so I'm going to try to just break through it.
Okay.
But it was just, you know, long story short, I was just trying too hard. And there was this girl, I'm not going to say no names because she might watch the podcast or some bullshit, but.
Nah, fuck it. I mean, like, fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her.
Say her name. You better not be watching.
Look at my boy now.
Where you at? And
but yeah, it was just long story short. It was, you know, I was trying too hard, and there was this girl that I knew since like 6th grade or so. I liked her. I tried to ask her out on a date. It ended very badly. I'll give you the scoop. So it seemed like y'all want the scoop. So we got time for it.
I was gonna ask you to elaborate. Yeah, we got time. There's 4 minutes right now.
All right. So I asked her. I was like, because like
that cam's been rolling longer than that.
We you know, we were friendly. And whatnot. It was never like, oh, I just came out of the blue and asked her. But one day I was like, I asked her to go to the movies with me on the weekend, and she just kind of stared at me.
Where were y'all at, by the way?
We were in class. I don't remember what class I was in. But we were in the middle of class, and we had, you know, you had those classes where you had 4 tables in a group, you know what I mean? Because you sat in groups. And we weren't doing a group project. It was just, that's how it was.
The half circle tables.
And she sat in the group next to me. And so I was like.
Did someone, sorry to cut you off, but did someone convince you?
What? You know, okay. So I had this friend. Yeah, because I told this. All right, so.
Hey, what time is that on?
I don't know.
Okay. Just go.
So I had this friend at the time. Not gonna say no names.
No way.
No, I'll say his first name. Fuck it.
A bitch.
No, he is a bitch, man. Fuck you if you're listening to this.
Better not be watching either.
Yeah. Hey, but subscribe though. Subscribe. But so his girlfriend was friends with this girl at the time. And, you know, they hung out, and I guess they had classes, and I guess out of school and stuff like that. So I was pretty good friends with this guy for a while. And so he sat in my group, and he was like, you know, pretty much pushing me, like, giving me, like, hints, like, oh, yeah, she likes you. Because he knew I liked her big time. And so, you know, he kind of just pushed the situation. Saying
all year things. Or what?
I don't know all year, but it was a little bit, though. Like, it just wasn't like a week or a day or nothing like that. But I don't think a whole year. Let's just say a month, just for story-wise. He pushed, you know, he's like, oh, man, he would drop hints like, oh, man, kind of like, she likes you. Ask her out, you know, that type of deal. And so I go ask her, you know, finally built up the courage because at the time I was sweating bullets. And, you know, I ain't never asked a girl out.
Boy, hey,
it was the last time I did, guaranteed.
But do you ask her out hypothetically? Let's say she said yes. I mean, as in like high school or 8th grade or what? Was it 6th grade?
No, it was high school.
Okay, so it was like, were you said you weren't driving until senior year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I had my
I feel like you were driving like junior year.
Yeah, junior year, but I didn't get my own car until senior year.
Okay, let him finish.
So how would that have gone down? Like, I mean,
If I would, if she would have said yeah to the date.
hey, mom, can you give me a ride?
I mean, probably.
And mom's wasn't in mine.
My mom, my brother, somebody that could take me.
Okay.
But yeah, I asked her, and when I asked her to go to a movie and a dinner, and then at the time I was feeling confident because I was like, hey, this girl likes me. It's easy. It's easy. I'm gonna get in and get out.
It's a Steph Curry layup, bro.
And so I,
It turned out to be a Shaq free throw.
no, a Shaq 3-pointer, dog.
Oh damn!
I finally brought up there's like maybe 5-10 minutes left to class, so everybody's just kind of, we already did our work for the day, so everybody's just kind of bullshitting. So I finally build up the courage, and I'm like, okay, going in confident she's gonna say yes. So I go up to her and I ask her for it, and she just kind of just stood there looking at me, and then the whole class became from everybody talking to everybody not talking
to listening.
Yeah, and then but nobody was saying nothing because I was looking at her, she was looking at me, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe a few seconds, and I realized, oh fuck, she don't really like me, dog. So then it was just like, just playing. My face turned red. It was a very awkward moment, and this was sophomore year, towards the end of sophomore year. So that humbled me, and so after that, I was like, going into the next year,
it's like, it don't matter what shoes I have on.
No, literally, it was like, it don't matter what clothes I have, what shoes, how popular I am, because I mean everybody knew me, and I was like, this shit really don't matter. And it was like, after high school, this, when they say, oh, after high school, your friends start, you think that, but you don't know how it actually is going to go down.
Exactly.
And
that could be like another testament to, like, I'm sure guys seemed like he was cool, right? All year, maybe.
Yeah, fuck him.
I'm sure he seemed like he was cool.
Yeah. He seemed like,
and you're gonna have those people in your life, I think, or like those friends in your life that like that are gonna seem cool and like seem like they're on your side.
And you're like,
but they're
you
probably,
did that to hurt me.
Yeah, they're probably doing shit to actually like just fuck with you, or like peer pressure, like, hey, like I smoke cigarettes, why don't you smoke a cigarette? Or I smoke weed, why don't you smoke weed?
Yeah.
Not saying that's a bad thing, but I mean, you're in high school, you probably shouldn't be fucking doing
probably
that.
shouldn't be doing that.
Your brain still needs fucking time to develop, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like, just they kind of like tend to, you have those friends that you think are like those people that you're cool with, that you talk to on a regular daily basis because you go to school 5 days a week, you know what I mean? So it's like you talk to them all the time, you think they're super cool with them, and then they get you to make like a fucking bad decision that's gonna make you feel embarrassed, make you feel some type of way, or like whatever the case is. So
and it's different if like, oh, he thought like but he was like, he knew what he was doing. He was setting me up for that. Because it's like, I wouldn't blame him if he's like, oh man, my bad, I genuinely thought, no, those motherfuckers were laughing at me. Yeah.
Damn, that's
so I was like,
bro.
I was like, damn, that's like, that was like the first, like, I wouldn't say betrayal, but it was a betrayal pretty much. It was just like, oh, you just did that just to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that really just kind of started, for my high school wise perspective, is like, none of this really, I mean, as of popularity, that shit doesn't matter.
And how did it make you feel about friends?
It made me like,
did it make you like
how were you able to people? Yeah, how were you able to determine like who you can genuinely trust and like, oh, this guy's in my corner type shit?
I would have like a process, like, so like if it would slowly, like, say if I didn't know Matt, right, and we just started talking, and it would just be like, it would just take time, just like talking, just kind of just trying to get a sense of, oh, is this guy's is he really just trying to be my friend, or is he just trying to do something to get a good laugh at tease? But yeah, so
I always hated fucking people like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's just like, I mean, come on, what kind of like intentions do you really have? Like, to go out of your way with that kind of intent to just half-ass make a friend. to
Yeah,
deceive
your life has to be
them
fucked up.
It is, and let me-
fucking set somebody up for that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
And then let me tell you this to make all of us feel better. And you should probably maybe bleep this out, but girlfriend actually know this like firsthand, not firsthand, like
I fucked her.
I know where you're going. I know what you're talking about.
no, but someone else did. So his girl ended up cheating on him. So at the end of the day, he got his fucking karma type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
leaving
at
that.
the, at the end of the day, we ate a dub.
Shall I leave that in?
I mean, just bleep the name out.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Your girlfriend cheated on you. Dude. She slept with another guy, dude.
No, this is my revenge now.
Where you at? So I never really gave a fuck about. I've never gave a fuck about any of that throughout high school. So I never had that experience. But have y'all had that kind of experience?
Where you're embarrassed?
No, where you kind of like fell into it.
Nah, because I always thought I knew who I was type shit, you know? But like that's going into like till today, like social media is like way bigger than it was when
In high school.
But when we were in high school, and it feels like it's been fucking years, but it's only been
7, 8 years.
I mean,
7,
it's-
8 years.
It's been 10 years
It's
since
about
we
to
were
be 8
freshmen.
years.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah. David,
I'll bleep that out.
I'm curious. So, were you like the popular kid? Were you?
No,
because you
dude.
played football, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
back
I'm
in
sorry.
before-
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Is that a thing not to talk about?
No, what the fuck?
Oh,
That was a different time when I was younger, and maybe
Okay.
I did care at a certain point about that. And then after everything that happened, it's like I didn't care anymore. I mean,
Right.
that was one thing that I probably did care about, and now that I couldn't do it no more, it's like I don't care about friends or anything
Exactly.
else. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
was there like a specific thing where you're like, I don't give a fuck about this shit no more?
because I was like 7th, 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the 9th grade and the 2 high schools that I went to, like I didn't care to sit there and try to fit in because I already knew that I wasn't sticking around. I knew that I probably wasn't.
This
gonna,
man had a plan.
like I wasn't gonna finish this year here. I wasn't gonna finish school here. No, why the fuck am I gonna know y'all? I don't need to know y'all.
I don't know about a plan, but a journey is a better word.
Well, I just knew that I wasn't gonna stick around, so it wasn't very important to me to know who anybody was.
Right, exactly.
So I literally did my own thing. I didn't even go to lunch. I just go to the library and just fuck off. And
Do you still
just
talk?
fucking chillin'.
Do you talk to anyone from high school, or like know anyone from high school?
Yeah, I know my friend John Sanchez, EJ Sanchez from Bay City.
Shout
They
out.
were
Shout out.
actually
Shout out.
pretty good friends of mine.
Have I met them?
No, these are Bay City folk.
Oh, okay.
And I still know them to this day, and I see John every now and then on the PlayStation and shit, but I never hit him up. But
Just
like
the type of relationship.
yeah,
it
but
is
I
now.
mean, I can go over there and like he'll still know me and shit, and we'll
Right,
still
right.
fucking hang
Y'all can
out,
still
kick
chop it up.
and whatnot. But I mean, EJ was probably more popular than his brother, but still hung out with both of them and
yeah.
just kind of did my own thing during lunch and whatnot. Didn't really care about any of that. And that's why I try to tell my siblings too. It's like none of that shit's gonna matter. It's not.
Yeah, 100%. It's not.
It's easy to get caught up in though.
It is definitely is because as a kid and you being so young, you feel like that's what's important because that's what's right there, you know. But you don't really understand. Like you don't really understand. I feel like I've always been a deep thinker. Like even from when I was like in 9th grade, you know. Maybe it's because of like me losing people that were close to me, you know, like my grandpa at such a young age and my grandma at such a young age. And like even you, I feel like you always been a little bit different, you know, like growing up, growing up with each other. I feel like you've always been different. Like so, like I don't know. I feel like I've always kind of known who I was, and I would never kind of get. I wasn't gonna fall into anything because of the people I always had around me and like my experiences in a way. You know what I mean? I always wanted to stay true to myself, no matter who I was talking to,
No matter what the circumstances.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
gotta control yourself.
I've actually also what taught me in high school not to trust people was I dated this girl. I had friends who were trying to mess around. Like we would break up, and then they would try to mess around with her. Literally as soon as we broke up. And I remember one time
That's fucked up.
I was with Michael Andrews, and this guy I was tight with since like 6th grade. This is like 10th grade. This is like 11th grade. I'll bleep his name out. Angelo.
Yeah.
Right? I never told you this story.
Okay.
Tight with him As soon as me and my ex broke up, we would break up for like a couple of days to literally get right back.
You was one of those couples?
Yeah, we're toxic as fuck. But anyway, so every time I would break up with this girl, people who I thought were my friends would try to fuck around with her. So I found out like, oh, this guy I was cool with, who I considered a friend, was trying to mess around with this girl that I was dating.
Were y'all dating? I don't mean to cut you off. Were y'all dating long?
Oh yeah.
Long. Okay.
And,
From like 7th grade to high school.
no, we dated from 10th to 12th grade.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay. So 2 years solid, but it was on and off, right?
On and off, but we were together.
Yeah, but together. Okay.
But that was a part of the whole thing.
Like they was together one week and then the next week they wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It was like that the whole 2 years.
So we so I found out that he
Hey
was
man, no
trying
wonder why he didn't talk to nobody now.
for real. So I found out that he was trying to fuck around with my ex / my girlfriend at the time, right? So I'm at Kroger with Michael Andrews, and he coincidentally just pulls up next to me, and he gets out. It's like 11 o'clock at night. He gets out and he's all like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Comes up to my window. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Get the fuck away from my window." He's like.
And Andrews is like,
No,
"Yo, what's up, Angelo?"
No, Michael was laughing. Michael already knew what was up. So he's like, huh? I was like, get the fuck away from my window. He's like, oh, what's up, man? I said, get the fuck away from my window before I beat the fuck out of you. Get the fuck away from me. And like, he just like, oh, okay. Dude walks away, dude. When I look over at Michael, Michael's laughing his ass off, dude.
Damn.
But a lot of people who you were actually cool with, I don't know if you are now, but a lot of people you were cool with were trying to get at her. And I stopped talking to him.
Well,
I think I was even trying. Nah.
well, like I said, like like the people that I was cool with, I would say cool with, let's just say I was more being cordial.
EJ?
More being cordial.
EJ was one of them.
More being cordial. I told you don't use the names. But
I just want to throw that.
Don't use my friends' names.
yeah, right?
I'm using people's names who I thought were my friends. I think I'm allowed to do that.
Okay, well, it was more of a cordial relationship after a certain point. I was friends with him in 8th grade, yeah. But after a while in high school, I wasn't ever hanging out with him like that.
Would you say that kind of molded you into
Dude, that
kind of how you are now?
Bro, no, that
Because
turned
now
me.
it's like,
If you knew me, bro, that to whenever I became a senior, it turned me into a totally different person. Like it turned me into a I don't give a fuck type of person. I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't give a fuck what happened. Like it really turned me into that.
Yeah.
And then my friends are out here trying to fuck around with my girl. Like yeah,
that is cold.
Yeah,
I
turned me
mean,
into
I've
a-
never had that experience, but I can only imagine, especially it's like, damn, that was supposed to be the homie right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then turn out.
That's like me doing that shit to you.
That's some snake shit, dude.
Hey, but I let.
That boy there. Nah, but yeah, but like going back into it, I'm not sure where I left off on the topic, but just in general, like what social media now probably does to kids that are like 15, 16, 14, 13, you know what I'm saying? Like it almost like I feel like now because like like people get a lot of, and I'm not saying like you can't be like this, like you can be gay, you can be bi, you can be lesbian,
You be whatever you want to be.
if you want to be, but it's not because you want to be it. It's because that's who you are. That's how you genuinely feel. I feel like social media now and like high school, like these kids don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're probably growing up all fucked up with all this fucking information that's being fed to them.
Damn, it's so it's crazy because it's like we want to go out in high school. We were talking about it's like we don't even know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Now these kids is like they don't even know who they are.
Exactly,
like
dude.
shit.
That's crazy.
No,
But I feel like it was somewhat similar when we were in high school. I mean, think about that. I
not
mean,
as bad, though, right?
I mean, I think maybe the same because I mean, what the only thing they got of us is what TikTok. We had Vine. That's like the same shit.
I mean, TikTok and Twitter now are bigger than they were before. Back then.
Twitter was still the same.
Yeah,
Nah.
Twitter's fault.
I don't know if they're falling off.
Twitter now is more like a fucking Reddit now.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like
Nah, I think
but-
Reddit's way better.
no, I'm saying like as far, I mean, look, you can say Reddit's way better, but I'm saying Twitter has become pretty much a fucking a Reddit, to be honest.
But
with you. You
from
can
what
find
I'm saying
anything
is
on
like
that
More
bitch.
videos than it is tweets.
I feel like in a weird way, I feel like it's maybe opposite. I feel like maybe kids have more of a voice than when just a couple years ago when we had school. You know, when we were in school,
a couple years ago. Hold on, wait. We were like, it's been almost 10 years.
No, yeah, it's been almost 10 years since we were freshmen. But you know, in a weird way, or maybe not. I don't know how to phrase it, but you know, they have more of like a way to use their voice, you know, to be who really where they were, you know, because even when we still lived in the time, even though it was just a couple years ago, it's like nobody was really coming out like who they were. They were like, you know, may they be gay or straight or, you know, whatever or whatever.
Being straight was a real problem.
I mean, gay's not being a problem
for gay people. It probably is though.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, like but you know, whatever or whatever. Like they felt like they were really a man or really a woman, whatever the case may be. But now it's like, in a way, it's like we still have the same influence, but they have more of a way to get their voice out than we did.
Yeah. I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, yes, but I don't think that's what it is when you're talking to like 13, 14,
Maybe.
15 year old.
Yeah.
I don't think that they know exactly who they are, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe, possibly.
So that's all I'm saying. Like I think it's a bad thing for social media now for kids because it just kind of like it I don't know, it kind of influences them to be people that they're not, you know what I'm saying? I think if social media was how it was before, it wouldn't be such a bad thing, but maybe social media has always been a bad thing. We just haven't really fucking
social media has definitely been a bad thing. I mean, social media, just like everything else in life, has pros and cons. And so it's just depending on how do you use that. Like for us, we'd say we're probably on social media way too much. Whether it's, you know, just on your phones all the time, it dilutes your brain, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's definitely a problem. I mean, it's just how you use it.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know,
there's funny shit on there.
Yeah, no,
I mean, there is bad shit on there too.
Bad
like,
shit.
Just reading stuff, like reading a tweet that has like, let's say like over like 70,000 likes or some shit, right? And it's about someone like coming out, and let's say this person is probably like in their late 30s or some shit. A kid that's seeing that sees how much likes it has is probably gonna be like, oh, like that's cool, like they're getting a lot of respect because they do that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And it's not, you know what I mean? Like I don't have anything against people that are you know what I'm saying, their sexual orientation. Like I don't care what kind of preference they have.
Well, it doesn't even have to be about that. Is what you're trying to say is like, it could be about anything. Like somebody doing like some kind of crazy challenge. Because when you're at that age, you're kind of easy to be influenced. I mean, maybe not every kid, but a lot of kids. So it doesn't even have to be about your gender or whatever. It could just be about, oh, somebody did this challenge. Okay, well, we're gonna, let's go do it. That's like the bad part. But then also,
it's like one of the other many things.
But also on the good side, it's like I learned a lot of like shit from online and in general than I have in school. You know what I mean? Like whether it be about space or just whatever, just cool facts or this and that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, two sides to the pillow. You know what I mean? So it's.
But there's a cool side.
There is a cool side.
But no, yeah, exactly, man. But that's kind of just what I wanted to touch on today, and yeah, I mean that's how I'm gonna end it, bro. I mean, unless y'all have something else you want to add,
No, we can't.
I got nothing.
No,
I just want to say appreciate y'all having me on for the podcast for the second time.
Oh yeah, no problem, bro.
It's always a pleasure coming up to the conference.
It ain't the last time.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate it. It's always a good time. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, appreciate your time, bro. I know it was like super last minute, but honestly, like you coming on here, it's been chill, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
And you're one of my good friends, so honestly, I don't mind.
I mean, I literally see y'all as like my brothers, so anytime, man, it's no big deal.
Yeah, hey, we ain't gotta be brothers by biology, bro. Just because we two different colors.
Yeah, true.
This is where race comes in.
Hey, we're gonna come out with merch called
It's gonna be a black T-shirt with white letters.
Yeah. And the H is like slowly getting smaller.
Yeah.
But with that being said, man, I'm gonna end it, bro. Be kind to others. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the people that are around you. Text them. Let them know how they're feeling. Not let them know how they're feeling, but check up on them. You know what I'm saying? Always send that text.
And
you want to say bye to Miss Ears?
If you're watching, I always had my eye on you.
There, bro.
But I will say on a positive
I was
note,
like, you're the reason why I stayed in school.
that's the reason why I passed. Just want to say, on a mental note, if there's anybody you need to talk to, whether it may be a family member, counselor, teacher, coworker, parent, friend, whatever, or therapist or whatever it may be, just go talk to somebody if you really need to. At the end of the day, it's always useful.
It's better not to keep it bottled up.
Yeah, it could be hurtful.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.